I'm here with Ronnie Hobbs, creative director at Gun Media, who's helping out with Layers of Fear 2. Ronnie, can you kind of tell me about your team's role with the game?
We're publishing the title for Bloober Team. Very talented bunch of guys from Poland. They made the original Layers of Fear and Observer. When the opportunity came up, they needed a publisher for Layers of Fear 2. We teamed up. Our role is just to support them in any way possible, marketing, gameplay feedback, creative, whatever they need. So we're really just here to support them.
How much input do you guys have on the horror elements in the game? Because it takes a lot to scare me.
Yeah.
And there were actually a couple times in the demo that made me jump. So now I'm kind of a little bit more eager to play. So how much of a role do you guys play in developing the horror stuff?
Well, the good news is Bloober's horror experts, and we of course made Friday the 13th, so we love horror and it's in our blood. So it was really just a match made in heaven. So there's a lot of going back and forth, but at the end of the day, they're geniuses over there. So we don't have a lot of work to do. So.
And can you tell me a little bit about what you can tell me about the story in Layers of Fear 2? Is this a continuation of the first game?
Layers of Fear 2 is not connected to Layers of Fear 1 at all. It just shares a name. It's a brand new story and everything. So you play as Jimmy, an actor who is preparing for the role of a lifetime. And the role was offered to him by a very eccentric director, played by Tony Todd, Candyman. So it takes place aboard a cruise ship in the early 1900s. And Jimmy's dealing with a sense of loss and past trauma. And there's a lot of weird things happening on the ship. So it's up to the player to navigate that story and try to see what's going on and make sense of it.
I typically sort of gravitate towards more interactive horror games. I think that can be usually more effective with this style of game. Is this going to be more of an interactive experience, or are there going to be lots of puzzles, enemies to encounter and run away from? What can players expect to kind of see?
Much like the original Layers of Fear, the environment can change on you. If you turn around, a new hallway's there that wasn't there before. There's a lot of puzzles. More importantly, there's a bad guy, so to speak. They're called the Formless Man. Heavy emphasis on exploration and story.
Can you tell the people what platforms they can pick this game up on, and do you guys have a release date yet?
No official release date, but definitely this year. It's going to be available at launch on Steam, PC, PS4, and Xbox.
Do you guys have any interest at all in bringing the second title to the Switch?
Our official statement is no Switch at launch.
All right. Well, you got it there first. You guys can pick Layers of Fear 2 up later this year.